be back, make another van. Ultra, ultra, ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Running back, the running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Running back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Dragons of San Diego. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's do it, baby. Yeah! It's going to be a good day, boys. Turn it up, fellas. Turn it up. It's going to be a good day. Stay tough, boys. Stay tough. Pound the waist. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. This will be fielded at the 17. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 33-yard line.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tannehill on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Wilson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them when they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Down to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. That is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing. The answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Howell rolling to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
45 yards. First down, Dolphins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Tannehill changing the look. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On 2nd down, Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd down and 1. Now Tannehill. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Mostert up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Dolphins 14, Dragons nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Flush to his right. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. First down, Howell to throw.
Rolling to his left.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Gibson. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set.
In motion left, the tight end.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got it. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 9.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
3rd and 4.
Tannehill.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Back to throw, Howell. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Howell out of the shotgun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A waste of time.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Dragons 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Open net is Waddle, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
It's going to be caught by Waddle. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Tannehill intercepted again. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dragons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14.
Dragons 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third.
This cannot be happening. Does this have to happen?
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell down to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tannehill. Wilson's got it complete. They get 11 back on that, and it leads to 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Tannehill. In trouble, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off. There's a second for a loss of 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 32 on the play.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Miami.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell.
Thomas brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 28 yards catch and run. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, a first carry here for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
What's the point on the scoreboard? Run it up the field.
2nd and 6 coming up. A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Howell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Tannehill. That's caught by Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Tannehill to throw.
Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Tannehill.
They'll roll him out right.
That ball caught. It's chosen.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime.
Unable to corral him, he fights through.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Once more, Gibson. Across midfield. He's on his way. Antonio Gibson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in no small part to the play of their quarterback, and that's Sam Howell.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes this afternoon. His guys